about 12, 13 years old, is about a little boy who wanted to be successful. You know, he wanted money, he wanted fame, he wanted to drive a nice car. And so my dad said that the boy went to this guru and asked him, you know, I want to be successful, I want to be like you, I want to drive a Mercedes, I want to be famous, I want people to care about me. And he said, well, if you want these things, I want you to meet me at the beach at 4 a.m. And the kid says to himself, man, I don't want to go swimming, I want to be successful, you know, I want to be famous, I want to be somebody people look up to. So, but he said, you know what, I'll do it. He meets him at 4 a.m. The guru says, I'm surprised you made it. I'm surprised you showed up. I want you to walk out into the ocean. The kid's like, man, I don't want to do this. You know, I want to make a lot of money. I want to be famous. I want people to care about me. But he did it. He walked out. He walks up until the water hits him about the waist. He looks back at the guru. The guru keeps waving him on. He walks out to the water, sitting him in the chest. The guru keeps waving him on. And the boy thinks to himself, man, this guy's nuts. I'm out of here. So he starts to walk back. The guru stops him and he says, I thought you wanted all these things you described to me earlier. Do you really want it? And he said, you know what, you're right, I do. So he walks out there, the guru walks out with him. He walks out to the water, starts to hit him in the face, starts to come up over his eyes. The guru grabs his head, shoves it under the water, and keeps it there. The kid's struggling. He's fighting, he's scratching, he's clawing. And right before the kid passes out, the guru pulls his head up. And he says, when you were down there, what is one thing you wanted more than anything in the world? And as the kid gasps, looks at the guru in the eyes, he said, I wanted to breathe. And the guru says to him, that's exactly right. When you want to be successful, and you want to make money, and you want to be a role model, and you want people to look up to you, as bad as you want it to breathe right there, then you have a chance, and you have an opportunity. But that's all that it is. It's nothing more than an opportunity. And for you guys, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old right now, you guys have the decision to do that. Friday night against Phillipsburg, you guys have the opportunity to do something great, to do something nobody's ever done before. You guys have the opportunity to leave it all on the line, but you have to make the decision, and you have to make it now. Because 12 years from now, you're going to look back at that when you're my age. I'm 31 years old. You're going to look back at Friday night and wish that you would have done it if you don't. But you guys have the opportunity to do that. But you have to want it more than you want to stay out late at night, more than you want to drink alcohol or smoke dope or fall asleep in class. You guys have the opportunity to be role models for every single person in this city, in this state, and in your school. You guys are somebody, just by wearing that jersey, that people look up to. But you have to make that decision. Are you guys willing to do that? And there's sacrifices that you're going to have to make to have a purpose, to be that guy that you want to be. But it's a conscious decision that you guys are going to have to make. You know, when I was you guys' age, as a freshman in high school, I was 5'6", 108 pounds. Nobody wanted me on their team. But I dedicated myself when I was 14 to live in the weight room and live on the track. And by the time I graduated high school, I went from 108 pounds to 225 pounds of twisted steel. And that's because I made that decision that I wanted it more than anybody else. Nobody gave me a chance. I couldn't even make the B team as a freshman. And as a senior, I was a 4-sport All-State, 2-sport All-American. I was a 2-sport All-American in college. I went to the NFL. I was undrafted. Nobody gave me a chance. 9 years later, I'm a Super Bowl champion in the greatest city in the world. I can do anything I want. I want 4 seats at the Knicks game, it's done. I don't pay for it. If I want a Mercedes, I buy it, cash. And that's because I made that decision when I was 14 years old that I wanted it. And I was willing to make the sacrifice. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I didn't want to take the easy way out. I wanted to be somebody, and you guys can do that. The chances are, if you guys do that, you guys can do more than what I've done. I didn't have any athletic ability. I wasn't big and strong. I didn't have a genetic predisposition to run in a 4.4. I was slow, skinny, and white. I was a bum. But I made the decision that I wanted to be somebody. And now I can do whatever I want. That's because I made that decision. And after I won the Super Bowl, you want to know how many days I took off before I started training again? 5. That was long enough to go in that city in front of 2 million people screaming my team's name because we were champions of the world, the greatest team in the world for that 1 year. This year, we're 2-6. We went 6 games in a row without winning a game. Everybody's laughing at us. But we've got the opportunity, just like you guys do, to do something great. Nobody's done what we're trying to do right now, and that's win every single game on our schedule, make the playoffs, and do the unthinkable, win another Super Bowl. But you have to have guys on your team, and every single one of you guys have to buy in. You have to believe it, and it's every day. It's not like, man, I'm gonna give 100% today. That's BS, man. Anybody can try as hard as they want today. It's the guys that are willing to be consistent every single day. Intensity, effort, resiliency, overcoming adversity. These are the things that you have to do, and you have to make a conscious decision every morning you wake up that you're going to be the best that you could be. I'm excited to watch you guys on Friday, man. E.B. Halsey was one of my teammates for 3 years in college. He was the most intense. He wasn't the fastest guy. He ran harder and with more intensity than any guy I've ever played with. I played with Brandon Jacobs. I played with Reggie Bush, Eli Manning. I played with them all, man. Drew Brees. I played with some studs. E.B. didn't run a 4.3. He ran a 4.6 flat, but it was enough because he ran hard. His O-line was terrible, but he laid it on the line every single week. You guys are very, very privileged to have a guy like that on your staff. And Coach Quinn, talking to Coach E.B., this is a storied franchise, man. You guys are honored to wear that jersey. But like I said, man, it starts right now if you guys want to make that commitment to being the best and being as good as you can do. Because if everybody makes that decision, all 60 of you guys, the sky's the limit. And you can do something nobody gives you credit or the opportunity to do it, because you have to take it, because nobody's going to give you anything. I appreciate the time you guys are giving me today. It's exciting for me to come here and speak to you guys because, like I said, man, nobody gave me anything. I took it. You guys are going to have to take it on Friday. Thank you.